Yo, 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 what's happening, people? What is good? What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Got a little bit of activity in the charts. Moon boys, where you at? We gotta love the Moon boys, man. When Lambo? When Hyundai? When is this range going to break, ladies and gentlemen? What can we understand about this range? It is madness in the chart. And I've come on a little bit sooner than expected, ladies and gentlemen, only because I feel as though we're going to get some activity today. But the question still stands, okay? As much as we see Bitcoin moving right now, is this the start of what would be Bitcoin's continuation up? Or is it going to be a preparation for Bitcoin to snap back down? Okay, and this is what we're going to be talking about very shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Mad love and respect for passing through to today's live stream. All right, if you are new to the channel, we have just recently updated the Traders Reality Indicator. So if you have been using it and you can't really see any of the changes, all you need to do is just remove the indicator and then put it back into the chart, into the actual platform itself. Man, I got that so wrong. Okay, so mad love and respect. Welcome to Traders Reality, everybody. This is the only channel that repeats itself every single day, but people seem to make money from the information. That's what the whole point is, yeah? That's the idea, yeah? To find notable, repeatable patterns at particular points in time. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a conversation and welcome the New York session. Here we go. So today we're going to be focusing exclusively on the idea of what's going on with Bitcoin right now. It seems like the guys have now started to move. Okay, we've been holding in and around this range quite a bit. I'm going to quickly look at the book map because we kind of see a little bit more activity with the book map and we can see what's going on right here. I'm still waiting for the data to load. It's taking a little bit of a while because I've just loaded up a long history. And we can see that if we zoom out, we can have a look at the walls where we can see there are orders currently stacked. We've got 122 Bitcoin again at 48K. Yesterday, it was 222. Okay, but what's actually happened is they may have cancelled these orders and moved them closer to where price is. All right. So the idea is that if we are going to see this behavior move price higher, then ideally we want to see some big delta bubbles appearing. Okay, we got a bit of a red one right there. I think today's going to be very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. I'm actually looking forward to it. Looking at current price action with Bitcoin, you can see that we've held above this point of control right here. I'm talking about volume profile because some people have asked me, have a conversation about it. What's your view on it? So I'm going to actively mention it whilst we're in the streams. But just to keep things basic and consistent with the hybrid system, I'm going to remove it for a second and we're going to play on the idea of just focusing exclusively on the vector candles. What you have, what you can see what I've done here is I've removed the sessions, I've removed the moving averages, just so that things are a little bit clearer for me. I'm going to add them back into the settings of the indicator itself. Okay, so here we go. Right, let's roll with it. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going to happen? This is the question that's been on a lot of our minds lately. Price has been stuck in this range. Now, a lot of traders are coming to the chart to trade the idea of a bullish flag. Okay, now you can appreciate these hits to the high right here have been triggering the guys who have been waiting for a bullish flag breakout. And what the market maker has done in principle is he's absorbed those orders and brought price back down, yet he's still holding above and around the 50 EMA. This move up, okay, is going to be one of two things. It's either going to be a stop hunt rise and price reverses back down as we have seen in this area right here, or they're going to follow through. All right, we've got 5 more minutes until the start of a new 1 hour candle. If we dive in closer into the time frame, we can see exactly what is actually developing. Okay, now if this move holds, because look, the 5 and the 13, the 50 and the 200 EMA are flat. There's no volatility in this range, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking at the previous high right here. There's nothing happening in this range. Okay. Now, what's important for us is this. Once we get a clean breakout of this range, we would anticipate price making a move higher, retrace back in to test the intention, continuation to the upside. That's what we're looking for. At the same token, it could actually break down. And you know what? I'm sorry if it's not one narrative. Okay? I'm not going to tell you when to get in or when to get out. I'm not going to be biased to a direction. I'm only going to be waiting for movement. That's what we want. We want movement. I don't care if it's Bitcoin, oxygen, grass, you name it. I have no interest in what the asset is. I have an interest in the movement. If they have been building longs below the key 48 zone right here, there is a good chance that they're going to follow through with it because they haven't been marking price higher. That's the only thing that I can roll out with this on. They haven't been moving price higher to build shorts at the highest point. You don't build shorts moving price lower. You build shorts moving price higher because you want to try and trap as many traders to the upside as possible. Okay? Now, the only reason why I believe they may be building longs is because we're seeing notable pushes to the downside. Now, some of you might say, yeah, but Tino, we're in a rise level 3 peak formation. What if it's going to drop down lower? Guess what? If it drops lower, fine. What range would I consider making an entry on Bitcoin dropping lower? Well, we need to break this structure right here. That's what we need to break. This would be the structure break because it will take into consideration this range here and this range here. If it can break beyond this point right here, we will most definitely make a move towards the downside. The journey could be as follows. Price comes down, comes back into it, comes back into the range itself. Okay, that's what could happen if they break the range down here. But because we haven't actually done that and it looks like price is holding in this range, okay, things are still favorable to the upside. We haven't been given a reason to believe it's going to drop. At the same time, we haven't been given a reason to believe it's guaranteed to move higher. I will always present you both options because then once price starts to develop, it's going to fit more and more to the narrative of what they may be trying to do. Okay? When you've got range plays like this, retail trader is getting thrown about. The patience is being tested. Orders are being built. And we need to try and work out if the move is going to play out favorably to the upside where they shift out, or they're going to shift down lower at a spark of any news that could come out very shortly, given that we've got 3 more minutes until the start of the New York session. So if you are new to the channel and you've just recently passed through, mad love and respect for passing through, ladies and gentlemen. We have updated the Traders Reality indicator. If you haven't got it, make your way over to the Traders Reality website where you can download the indicator free of charge, or just get into the Discord and the guys will help you out there. All you need to do is just remove the current version that you have and then put it back into the chart, and it will update with this information here, such as the ADR and the ADR times 3. Another factor, it's the 31st of the month. We are coming into a close of a monthly candle. At the same time, if you are going to join the Patreon, don't until the new month has come into play, because you're going to get charged twice. Don't want you to have the headache. Wait until the 2nd or the 3rd until everything is sorted out in Patreon's way of billing and what have you. Anyway, today's price action is going to be a critical point for the holders. Why? Quite simply, ladies and gentlemen, the monthly candle itself needs to finish strong. We are going into the start of a new quarter. Market maker has targets. He has quotas. You can't just be giving money away all throughout the week and the month for you to not make a return on it. Yes, you are liquidity providers, but you also need to make a bit of change yourself. Ideally, from now until the next 11 hours, Bitcoin needs to close as much as it can into the high of the monthly candle. It needs to do that. If it starts to pull back, then probably the start of a new monthly candle will try and see the recovery of the wick. But ladies and gentlemen, ideally, we want to see Bitcoin close as strong as it can into the remaining zone of this 1 month candle. 11 hours. It's very important that they finish higher this month. Okay? Now, we've got a plethora of news coming out. All right, we've just had some news in the US, which has shown that unemployment claims has risen. So usually when you see the unemployment claims coming in at a higher figure, all right, tells you that people are claiming more of the welfare, okay, which could set us up for the non-farm employment change, which means that less people may be in work, which could have an effect on the unemployment rate figures tomorrow. So with that being said, Are they going to move price to reflect that? Have a look at dollar yen. Dollar yen right now is actually pulling back. So if we actually go over to dollar yen in the smaller time frames, you can see that dollar yen has reacted to that news, which has led Bitcoin to move higher. Now, for some reason, we're seeing the disparity between dollar yen and Bitcoin. When dollar yen rises, Bitcoin drops. When dollar yen drops, Bitcoin rises. This is the disparity that we're seeing. If we go over to gold itself, you can see gold is trailing slowly to the upside. They're following the structure. Okay, looks like one big W formation is likely to play out for gold. Are they likely to come back into this area here where the previous vector candles are? Are they going to establish sentiment? Which leads me on to the next thing, the actual USDT dominance chart. Where are we at with that? Look, they've broken that range. They are crawling slowly but surely towards the projected zones that we are waiting for in the USDT chart. That would tell us, okay, that if the USDT chart drops, that tells us people are accumulating crypto. So they're not seeking safety anymore. At the same time, we can turn to Pax Gold, which is an asset that is backed against gold itself. And we can see that is pulling down. Looks like there's a little bit of a structure here where we see a pattern drop, retrace, continuation to the downside. So as long as Pax Bitcoin is dropping, Bitcoin in principle should be rising. Okay. Looking at the S&P 500, we can see now that it's not open just yet. Well, it should actually be open. I don't understand why this hasn't opened yet. Okay, S&P 500, is that it? Market closed. No, it's not open just yet. All right. So we can see that there was a bit of a big move to the upside towards the close of the session. All right. So we are expecting maybe a gap up. If the S&P is open right now, I don't think it is. No. What other chart could it show? Let me have a look. No, it's not there. Never mind. Never mind. Let's have a look at what Bitcoin's doing. Here we go. Bitcoin moving up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get our conversation. Let's start talking as if it is a football game. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Get your sports entertainment right here. Here we are. Let me just mark off my charts and let's have a look at the liquidity that Bitcoin is likely to try and get towards. Here we go. Let me just reduce this here. 240 Bitcoin has been placed in the chart at 48,500. 48,000 had 122. They've just added another 3 Bitcoin. Not that much, but okay. But we can see that we have got a lot of interest by certain... Here, look at this. This area here is very important because it's there that we're going to trigger certain interest in the book. All right? You can see the delta is showing strength to the upside. So right now, they are selling at a premium. They're starting the markup to sell their longs at premium prices, which is at the same time going to encourage traders to commit to the upside because you can't sell if there's no one present to buy. Yesterday's high could be in sight, ladies and gentlemen. I really want to make sure that Bitcoin breaks this range. The M2 pivot down below has been confirmed. So we're going to wait and see if we're going to get a reaction to that. We need to break this area here and we need to want to follow through with this area up here. Range daily high would be a lovely place for Bitcoin to finish out of this range, which we would then see movement following through. Here we go. We're starting to see some activity. If you are new to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to like and subscribe. Billy from Philly, what's happening? Place your bets. You think I'll be a great weather forecaster too? Yeah, during tornadoes, that's when I would do it. I wouldn't do it when it's raining. That's just terrible, you know? But here we go. Let's see what Bitcoin has for us. Hold on to your seats. There she goes. Blue vector candle in the range. Yesterday's high not taken just yet. Be mindful, guys. People are buying into this area right now because people are being sold to. Remember that. Yeah, orders are being hit at the premium. Traders are buying at a premium. A market maker is selling at a premium. Okay, so naturally we see the spikes up and the spikes down. All right, New York has opened 5 minutes past 2. We're waiting for the futures markets. Up here, you can see now we've got 232 Bitcoin orders up here. They cancelled that area right there. You want to pay attention to this area here, ladies and gentlemen, where the orders are currently stacking up. Keep an eye out on that. At the same time, I'm going to zoom in just to have a look at a closer look at the way the orders are coming into the chart. Order cancelled right there. Could be a spoof. Just looking at the delta right here, which these little bars are right here, I can see that there's more red delta appearing imbalance wise, and there's also more positive delta showing a bit of an imbalance there. So what's happening is they're hitting the ask, okay? Buyers are hitting the ask, trying to demonstrate the show of act of buying. But the only reason that's happening is because they're being sold to. So what we really want to see is the book to be imbalanced to the limit sells, which is what's happening right now. You can see that up there. A book imbalance is favoring limit sells. So we naturally expect price to move higher. That's what we're waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? You're loving the commentary. Too many bears, flush them out. Tino, can you start a separate series where you just commentate the 1 minute chart like a sports match? You know what? I was thinking of doing something like that. I was thinking of actually doing like video reviews, but it wouldn't be consistent with what I do on this channel. All right. But I would love to do that. Do some commentary talking on the book map. It might sound crazy. Can you learn something from it? Maybe, maybe not. But ultimately, jokes aside, guys, the way that I'm trying to deliver this information here is I'm literally thinking out loud, okay? Now, can you exploit trade opportunities from it? Maybe, maybe not, okay? I will never tell you when to enter, but what I'll tell you is what's going on in the chart. Then that's down to you to take responsibility. If you're going to decide to take trades on the idea that me just talking like a sports commentator is going to encourage you to take trades, don't. Because I'm trying to get you, I'm reading as price is delivering out. I'm telling you the story as it's playing out. And you're then going to be able to come away from this stream and say, okay, if I'm going to do this by myself and monitor price action, what things do I need to be paying attention to? So that's the best way for me to help you guys understand how to apply the hybrid system. The book map itself just shows you what's going on inside of this candle. We know that the delta is showing positive delta. It's moving price higher, but they're moving it higher because they are selling into the buyers. It's the only way that price can rise. And you can see how they're starting to stall in this area. What's the story? You know, why are we delayed? Are we waiting for New York to come into play? Let's get some activity in the chart. What's happening? They're doing it all above the 47,500 zone. Bitcoin needs to hold above the 47,000 range. It has to hold it. Because if it doesn't hold above the 47, it's game over for Bitcoin. We're going to see some movement to the downside. Now you can see, look at this. Look at this. Look at this area here. Look at this area here. And if we zoom out a little bit more, we're going to see some liquidity appearing in this area. You see this area here where most of the market makers in principle had brought in this zone. You see the negative delta tells you that traders are selling, but they can only sell if there are buys present. Okay, so there was a lot of buys in that zone. Why is it price moves away from that point? It's not because it's a supply and demand issue. It's because the market dynamics have adjusted through an imbalance of limit sales to the downside. Imbalance of limit buys being absorbed, which is giving the idea that traders are selling. But what's happening is the market maker, liquidity provider, is buying in this zone. Now we're seeing the same thing happening here. Look at how they've rejected this zone up here. Why am I pointing to my screen, bro? I don't get why I'm pointing with my fingers to the screen. It's the second time I've done that. What a mad case. Do you have your coffees, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to be with you, of course, until the New York futures opens. Let's have a look at our poll. Here we go. Let's have a look at this poll. All right, then. Have you liked the stream? You know what? Mad love and respect to the guys that have said no. All right? The 5% of you that have said no. Thank you for your brutal honesty. Mad love to you. 79% of you have said yes. Thank you very much. 5% of you have said maybe. And 11% of you have said it's complicated. Man, that's some funny stuff right there. That is madness. Buy, wait, or sell. What? Coffee at the ready. Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't say I'm cockney, but well, we'll see. What do you think of the CME gap? Let's have a look at the CME gap for a second. Where is it? My big three. CME gap. Where is it? There we go. Where's our CME gap? Where are you? What do I think about this gap? All right, look. Yes, it looks like a point in the chart that they could come back to. Granted, they could. But right now, they're moving price higher. Don't need to worry about it just yet. Remember, If they break this structure here, if they break below the 46,740, then we start paying attention to the CME gap. Okay? This is what we're waiting for. Are we going to see them break through this structure, or are they just going to do a stop hunt rise and reverse price back down? This is all we're waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to start opening positions in this dead range, well, you're going to have some grit inside you to be able to withstand the stop hunts that could play out very shortly. All right? Even if they do come back into this range and refill this gap, okay, it could be an opportunity for them to build more longs at lower prices, which they could actually do at speed and snap price back up. Okay, so just be careful on that basis. All right? Where is my chart? Here we go. All right, so Bitcoin now is coming down. Here we go. This is the proof in the move itself, coming back down to recover. Look at how fast they're doing this. They're still doing it in the range, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at the book map. Let's see what's going on there. Not that much volume coming in just yet. Here we go. Here we go. How much Bitcoin is being transacted in that zone? 28 Bitcoin. 34. Not really seeing the absorption coming in just yet. It could be another opportunity to drop it down or to come back up. If they can't break below the 50 EMA, it could be a stop hunt. We've had that. Let's see if they decide to come in. Look, there's some protection in this area here. It's an opportunity for them to buy. They're not breaking down. That's important. Dollar yen's dropping. Bitcoin's coming back up. What's gold doing? Where's gold? Where are you at, gold? It's coming up. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. Look, VWAP right there. Okay, aggressively marking down. Still no break of the zone. Keep an eye out. Seeing orders coming in at this point right here. Come on, Bitcoins. 50-minute time frame. 2 more minutes. We'll know the truth of this move in 2 minutes when they finalize this candle. This is very important. A big stop hunt rise, and they snapped it back into the range. What are they doing it into? They're doing it into the point of control. Let me just have a look. Where's that at? There we are, testing towards the point of control for the previous session and the current session. There's a lot of liquidity exchanging hands in this area right now. All right, then here we go. Let's see what they do for us. 120 Bitcoin. They've removed that liquidity from that point. It was earlier 125. They've taken it off. There's that. Look, 240. Is it gone? 233 Bitcoin still there. Here is an area of protection. They may even come and attack this area, absorb that liquidity, or move away from it. Could be a bit of a spoof. It all depends on if they do release that zone. 47 needs to hold in this range, ladies and gentlemen. This is a roller coaster ride. Ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of liquidation points for the longs. There are also shorts being opened. The idea is to establish, is the market maker trying to flip on the short traders, or he's trying to flip on the longs? All right. Would that be consistent with this move to the upside? It is Thursday today. Are we going to see that reversal? But because we've been moving higher from a 3-month, pretty much a 3-month range, okay, are we going to get the break higher? Because if they do break down price and completely run down to the downside, then ladies and gentlemen, we will not have to pay any attention to price anymore. I only speak about price just to help you guys understand what price is doing around it. But that will be evidence that price is irrelevant because it's where the liquidity is. As you can see, 47 now, it looks it's holding this area, and it looks like they're marking it up for New York. It looks like they're preparing something, man. It's a very interesting thing right now. We can see the delta is not actually coming down. The VWAP is right there. They seem to be pulling away from it. You can see the bid and the ask are being hit right now. They're actually reducing down on the orders. You got 2.5. Here we go. Let's see what happens here. Are we going to get the change? Are we going to get that change? I'm looking for 48, but it's all going to be based on this area. If you notice the delta here, the imbalance is up here. Okay, this is where they're selling at a premium. Traders are buying at a premium, but now it's starting to disappear in this zone. So this is a key point in the chart. Are the buyers in this area here going to protect this zone? Or is it going to trigger retails? Is it going to trigger the sells to come into the chart where the market maker can buy more? All right. So let's see what they decide to do. Keep an eye out on this range, ladies and gentlemen. You can see how traders react. How many of you probably received a notification from Crypto.com, Coinbase? Bitcoin is up 1% or something like that. Yeah, encouraging traders to do something. Does it fit with the narrative of them building longs or building shorts? This is what we have when we're dealing with range trades, ladies and gentlemen. What are they trying to do? Are they going to try and recover back up? Here we go. Are they going to try and recover this red vector candle? Is it a green candle, red candle formation? Who knows? We need to wait and see if they're going to hold this daily open range. Are they preparing for New York, ladies and gentlemen? Tino, I still don't understand what market you're looking at. Opens at 9 a.m. EST. New York Stock Exchange opens at 9:30, 2:30 p.m. GMT. Please explain what you're referring to. Opens at 9 a.m. The Forex markets. Okay? Forex markets. That's when money starts to flow. Okay? Everyone's in the offices at 8 a.m. Okay? So there's always going to be pre-market orders. The market is 24/7. So when I talk about the market opens, I'm talking about the New York session starting at 9 a.m. That's when banks open. Now, it may be different in different states, but the rule of thumb is 9 a.m. in the morning, UK time, that's when the banks open. Okay? Same as the same time in the US as well. Okay? So just remember that. There's always going to be a difference in time as well, ladies and gentlemen. I'm always going to have that issue. Okay, so nothing much is happening yet. We're not seeing the activity that we want. We've had a bit of excitement. The red vector candle seems to be holding in this range. Can you please tell me if you can see the price points clearly, ladies and gentlemen? I want to look at some altcoins, but not until I see Bitcoin doing something, because they're at a critical point right now, Bitcoin. It's mad how they move higher, come back down, and they hold the range. Daily open seems to be a point of interest in the chart. If we actually pull up the volume, tick volume down here, we're going to see some interesting behavior. Here we go. So look at that. Most of the volume has transacted in that zone, hasn't broken below the 50 EMA, but it's coming more than what the whole area was in this zone. So since the 28th all the way to the current date, this is where they had absorbed lots of liquidity in this area, initiated a stop hunt rise, and they've pulled it back. Have they built more longs in this zone? Okay, let's see if they do decide to make that move, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hoping that Bitcoin moves higher. They've not even achieved any ADR movement. They made a move to the upside right here, just shy of the 50% ADR. All right, but they've come straight back down again. I'm hoping they actually do something. Liquidity down here starting to slow off. Holding at the VWAP right there. Not really seeing the commitment just yet. No orders are coming in here. They're starting to stack above the 48 zone right there, which is a good sign. But I'm not really seeing it. They may be waiting for the New York futures markets to open. Okay. All right, then. Why so many people want it to dump? You know what? That's cool. If people want it to drop because that's what they expect it to do, then just approach the logic like this. If they all want it to drop and the market maker can see that there are more orders coming in for shorts, that gives him an opportunity to buy Bitcoin at a lower price. So he provides that liquidity. Okay. If it does encourage more traders to go short, then Mr. Market Maker knows that he can send price higher to hit that liquidity. Okay. But then is that going to encourage the longs in the chart? So if I bring up the high block itself whilst this is all happening. Okay. Let me just bring that up for you, so that we can understand what is in the current range for liquidations. That's what's going to be really important. Here we go. Daily open being tested. Now look all this liquidity right here. It's like they're sort of trying to hold this range. So they're buying up in this zone right now. 47 is being tested right now. 47 is being tested. Let's see if the 47 zone can hold. Okay, remember, even if they break down, they need to break this structure right here for us to even verify that price is going to completely drop and recover the gap, which everyone's waiting for in terms of the CME gap itself. We know that they recover gaps, but let's see if they decide to do it. Will Thursday reverse price, or is it this just another fake out? Let's see what they do. Let me just bring up the high block. Just waiting for that to load up. Here we go. All right then. Kill that. Here we are. This is the high block. This is what we can see. It's coming down. So we've had, look, some long liquidation points have been broken. Okay, so they've absorbed those long liquidations. There are a lot of shorts coming into this area right here. Liquidation points for the longs is down below, and you can see it's starting to rise up. We've got 4 billion in this range right here. If I change it and go to tier 2, so we don't have that much of a reading on the chart, so it doesn't take absolutely forever to load. Let's see what they do. Here we are. All right then, cool. So we had this move here. We've had these moves right here, this area here, and then this one. There are a lot of shorts being opened, a lot of margin being opened in this zone. We've got a lot of longs in this area here, okay? But you can see they're doing their hardest to hold these longs. All right, what have we got? Approximately, oh, come on. Where you at? Come on, there you go, 5 billion. That's what it was. At the most, it was about 37 billion up here. There you go. That was about 8 billion there. But on tier 2, on tier 1, you're going to see the bigger picture. Remember, guys, this is the assumed liquidation points, all right? It's the assumption that there is trades in that zone where the margins have been placed. All right, so we're going to wait and see if this is going to turn. Wait for that. What do you make of the gap on the government 10-year yield chart on the daily time frame for March? Quite far away. Well, I will speak to you about that yield in a second. Here we go. So, yeah, look, it's obvious. Look at these shorts, man. Everyone being short from the 50K range. All right, these are not from the 50K range, but people have been working shorts in this zone. Naturally, if the narrative is to move Bitcoin higher from the idea that we have been coming away from this pattern right here, let me just flip that over. So if we've been going and building bases in this area here, so let me bring up the 4-hour time frame. All right, look at this. From this pattern right here, this structure in the chart, all right, they've been building positions in this area. That means money has been provided to allow these transactions to appear. This move up is the result of them transacting on these positions. Now, how long are they going to transact for? This is the question. But most people now are running for shorts. Look at this. Look at the concentration of liquidity there. So the question stands, okay, what are we going to go for? Are there more longs in this chart? Or are there more shorts in this chart? What is there more of? Is there more 25x traders? Or is there more 25x long traders? Which one are we going to go for? Are we going to go against the narrative? Because if I can get more traders to commit liquidity and build longs, I'm adding to what is already here. I need to make them do that by attacking the short liquidation so I can then build more shorts to the highest point by utilizing the transactions of the retail trader who's going long. I can sell at a premium and then I've got the liquidity down below to run price back down, hit the margins, hit the liquidation points and build my longs at a discount. Because then everyone will be selling at a discount. Are we all on the same page, guys? Yeah? Cool. Let me kill that right there because it's actually taking most of my usage. So let's have a look right here. Have we got it? 7 more minutes until the start of the futures markets, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 4-hour time frame. You can see they've initiated a stop hunt rise. Look, 5 and 13 EMA, no volatility in the chart. Trying to hold the daily open. You can see they've just tested that area. Look at that. They've just tested that. I'm going to bring up the 15-minute time frame right here. Make it nice and clear for you so you can see what's going on. Look how they reject the daily open. I'm going to pull up the book map. Right, they're stalling in this area. We want to see right now some big green deltas coming in because these areas right here look like they're trying to hold the zone. Okay? Whenever you see that happening, all right, you want to look left just to try and establish the basis of what's going on. So just look what's going on here. If I zoom out, you can see where in the chart we're going to get liquidity interest. Look at that zone right there. Look at this zone right here. All right. This is an opportunity for these guys to transact, to get in again. We would want price to move back up. If their interest isn't present, they will break through it. Okay. Which will then take us to lower boundaries in the chart itself. Now look, these guys were here. They're completely removed. So that could be a point they send it to. We want to see the rejection of this zone right here, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we want to see. We want to see that rejection in that area because that will solidify what they're trying to do. Still holding the 120 Bitcoin up there. We got 233 still up there as well. Looks like it's a bigger player. Opening and closing trades. Spoof orders maybe. Let's reduce the chart down and let's see what they do for us. Let me get closer just to see. We want to see Delta coming. We want to see the change. We want to see them buying at a discount. Okay, look at these liquidity zones right here, man. A lot of liquidity there, but they're not running to it just yet. Have they had the imbalance of sells, which means that they've been buying aggressively at a discount when retail trader is selling at a discount? Remember, you don't want to sell at a discount. You want to sell at a premium. You sell at the highest point in the chart. Okay? How many of you are short? Type 1 in the chat. And how many of you are long? Type 2 in the chat. I need to know where my base is at. Please let me know where you guys are at right now. He's not angry, guys. He's Greek. I'm not angry at all, ladies and gentlemen. This is how we speak. I'm Greek. I speak with passion, tonality, emphasis. You don't want me to just sit here and be like, Bitcoin's rising, it's not doing much. Happy days to the upside, yippee-ki-yay kind of story. That's boring, man. You're in the greatest game on earth, the game of speculation. It works for some, it doesn't for others. Okay, but here we are. Ones, twos, long on spot. Okay, that's fine. Leverage wise, I mean, please be cautious when you are trading, leveraging these sorts of range plays, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Bitcoin has done a stop hunt rise to the upside, fails to take out yesterday's high, comes back down. Is this another opportunity for them to go long? Let's see if that is going to be the case. 4 more minutes until the start of the new hour. So we're going to see exactly what's going to happen with this play. Come on, let's roll with it. Here we go. Want to see positive delta coming in. You only want to see the delta being positive at discounts. You don't want to see it at the highs. This is where traders are getting trapped. You want to see it at the lows, because that means the market maker in principle is hitting the bids and he's trying to lift the ask. Okay, he hits the bids, builds his longs, releases those longs by lifting the ask, selling into the ask. Okay, so just keep an eye. We want green delta bubbles appearing in this area. All right. Delta bubbles at the lows, red deltas at the highs. Okay. All right. So let me see what you guys got. Okay. So a lot of you are okay. So seems like there's a lot of you are short. Seems like there's a lot of you short right now. That can't be a stop hunt. Of course it can. Stop hunts happen on the smallest time frames. Go onto the 30-second chart. You'll see it. There's always a stop hunt. They're always aiming for liquidity. They're always going to take, here's this. Is this a stopping volume candle? How many of you think this is a stopping volume candle? How many of you think it's going to formulate a stopping volume candle? In other words, price is going to move away from that point. Okay? Because there's a reason why they've come back to the daily open. And what's the daily open? Check this out. The daily open in principle could be point of control. Look at that. Despicable. The previous day's point of control, the current day's point of control. Obviously, this is populating as price develops, but you can see that we're actively hitting these nodes right here. Obviously, it changes. No, that was a wrong reading. That's not the point of control. It's a high volume node in that area there. Let's keep that on in the chart just for reference. Oh my God. I'm short. K1 coming for the shorts anytime. Yep. Mike Dutch, how is it that 1,500 people voted 77%? Right, listen, that math doesn't make sense, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't make sense. 1,520 of you have voted for something, yet you haven't even liked the stream. How is there a 50% disparity? I don't understand that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to try and crack the code of Mr. Market Maker by talking to you the way he moves price. I need green delta. In return, be sure to like and subscribe, because I'll be going live tonight again. 10 p.m. GMT UK time. Listen, the basis of these streams is designed to give you the before and the after. Wherever we resolve in the end, towards the end of this stream, 1 more minute until start of New York futures. Whatever we resolve in this stream, whatever levels is established from this point on, when we talk about them tonight, you're going to have information from the past and what was discussed at that point in time, and then you have the evening stream to cross-reference so that in the future, you'll know what to anticipate if you start seeing the same behavior. These streams don't change because the behavior of the retail trader doesn't change, and neither does the market maker. Until you get rid of fear and greed, you ain't getting rid of the repetitiveness of the market. Okay, here we go. New York. Green delta is what we want down here. We want to see them lifting the ask. If they don't, and they'll be testing these guys' intention here, they'll be running to the downside, ladies and gentlemen. So far, they're trying to hold this range. Okay, let's see what they have. Let's get these green deltas. I want to see green delta. Look, sharply coming down. Look at this. Looks like it's going to make a run for it. Come on, Bitcoin. What have you got for us? Testing the day's point of control. Daily open has been tested once. Vector candles at the daily open. Are they just trapping traders? Here we go. Oh, man. I hope people make money on this move, okay? But what I'm trying to do is to try and protect the people that are trying to catch a move. And quite frankly, Bitcoin isn't gone anywhere. It's just up and down, up and down. There's no volatility in the charts, okay? And as always, when I leave to go and get my daughter, that's when the volatility appears. Because I have an agreement with Steve. He's the market maker, a very good friend of mine. And I speak to him on a day-to-day basis, and he gives me the heads up on where price is going to go next, because he's this market maker. He's renowned for selling 89 cents worth of Bitcoin and 24 cents of Bitcoin when he buys it as well. So you want to be careful of those transactions, ladies and gentlemen. They do come in the numbers. So whenever Steve talks to me, I'm always listening to my guy, all right? You should be meeting Steve very soon as well, ladies and gentlemen. Right, whilst Bitcoin's doing all this madness here, we're waiting for green deltas to come in this area here, because that would imply they're buying at a discount, okay? Here we go. We're trading below the VWAP right there. Looking at the delta, looks like it's coming in. We might be getting the interest from traders in this area here, trying to protect this range. Has the market been selling into a discount, which means they have been buying at a discount, selling traders in that direction, hitting the bids to move price up? So this is what we're waiting for. This is the turning point, okay? It can go two ways, ladies and gentlemen. It's either going to release to the downside with aggression, or they're going to come back up and try and take back the commitment of traders in this zone. Remember, they could sell at a premium right there, guys. Why would they not want to come back into that range, okay? Remember, no volatility so far, because we've got the 5 and 13 and the 200 and the 50 EMA trading flat. Don't force a trade. If it's not there, don't take it. Wait for the movement, because the movement will prove to you that they mean business. Likewise, if you see price now made the move to the upside, it's now retraced back down. You want to know if the move to the upside is strong or not. Because if it can't come back up, you will know that they're going to look to move lower. Okay? Now, if you're a scalper, swing trader, day trader, this move right now should have you on the edge of your seats. Okay? Because it's a make or break. Remember, they need to break 46,532 for the structure to be completely broken. And they've done a good job of holding it in this zone. So you just need to keep an eye on that. They seem to love this 47 zone. All right, so we just need to be aware of that. I'm going to flip over to Ethereum and see how she's doing. Ethereum's done a great job right there. She's still trading higher, okay? Still above towards the 50 EMA on the 15-minute time frame. Still above the 200. Nowhere near its daily open, which is a good sign, okay? Finding resistance in these points right here. Let's have a look at some altcoins as well. Here we go. Solana's making a nice move up. Happy day. She's completed that sort of structure right there. She's taken the 118 projection point that we've been waiting for. Happy days for Solana. Trading above the 5 and no, trading above the 50 EMA on the 15-minute time frame. So we are naturally expecting the retrace back down. Okay, that's cool. Zilliqa going to 19 cents. Bro, what is going on with this coin? 22 cents, man. Look, they hit the 15. Now they're shifting up, holding the 50 EMA. What else have we got that we've been looking into? Let's have a look at Ren. Ren's hit the projection of 0.50, and they've gone into the projected zone from the last couple of streams. Happy days for anyone trading Ren. AVAX, where you at? Starting to break down. But is it above the moving averages? Most likely. Well, okay, so trading in the 50 EMA. We want to see the support coming in at this point right here, ladies and gentlemen. Flux, what's Flux doing? Not trading that great. Super, moving higher, above the range daily high. Looks like it's forming one big M formation, but it looks like it's got support. Moving away from this zone right here. Let's have a look at another coin. I'm trying to find Smooth. Someone wanted Smooth up. No, thank you. Sack that off. Sand, stop hunt rise, pulls straight back down, building longs at lower prices, still within the moving average ranges itself. Let's have a look at Algo. Algo crawling up, but it's struggling in this area. XRP, sharp move to the downside. Bitcoin still holding, XRP still holding this range, vector candles being developed in this zone, is volume coming in more than what we would expect it, selling off at the lows, getting aggressive, they're picking up orders right there. Next zone we would expect them to try and reverse back up to finalize their orders being filled at lower prices. Cadena, is that, yeah, Cadena right there. Altcoins seem to be pulling back and holding their ranges, that's a good sign. EGLD seems to be doing exactly the same thing, which leads me over to the total market cap. What's going on there? Sharp pullbacks down, very sharp pullback. Bitcoin dropping down 47.15. I think we might actually have our movement, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look. Here we go. Let's get, oh, what are you doing, Tino? What are you doing, bro? Let me just get rid of this range here. Let's get rid of this information here. All right, then, cool. Let's have a look. Battling, breaking down below the daily open. Where's that delta? There it is. They've absorbed that liquidity right there. Now they're testing that intention. We've had the delta. It's shown red. We wanted green. Limit buys being absorbed right now. Come on, Bitcoin. What have you got? Coming back into the previous blue vector zone right there. Remember, guys, we're talking about a small range right here. Bitcoin's not gone anywhere. Remember, this is the area that we need to see breaking out. The 46 zone right here for us to verify that they're going to make their way towards the CME gap. Okay, because right now it looks like they're just wicking out the range. Okay, so just be patient. Wait. As much as it's exciting to sit through this kind of thing, do not make no rash decisions because Bitcoin has not gone anywhere. Okay, we're hitting stop hunt rises. Now it looks like they're consistently building plays. Okay, Amir, thank you very much, man. I want to thank you for all the good teachings. Now I have a system and logic. Took me some time to get the info, but now I have a 75% win rate. Mad love and respect to you. Well done, my brother. Mad love and respect to you. Okay. All right. Bitcoin now is breaking down. Here we go. We should see a vector candle in this. We should see it. They're coming into the previous blue vector zone right there, as you can see. So we could see a little bit of a change. They're coming into the volume profile low right there. We could see some activity right here. They're testing the traders here. They're testing these orders. Another market maker push to build more longs. Then we should see a snapback. If the 47 breaks, ladies and gentlemen, it's game over. If the 47 breaks. Man, come on, Bitcoin. How many of you in the room, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you very much for bringing the likes up. 1,800 of you have passed through to the stream. Mad love and respect. If you are new to the channel, you can download these indicators here. They are free of charge. Pinned to the top of the chat is the Traders Reality website, and we've just updated the indicator. All right, and it comes with a PDF. We've got a wiki as well. It's free to access. Just get yourself into the Discord, join the Pattern Watchers family, and get with the times, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here we go. Bitcoin breaking 47. Here we are. I need to zoom in a little bit closer just to see what's going on here. Man, they're soaking up. We've got orders being placed and cancelled at the same time. Delta, big push there. They're absorbing, buying up, buying up. You see, what's got my attention is the fact that every time they move down, they do it with aggression. And then they come straight back up from it. Here we go. When Lambo? When Hyundai? Is it going to be Hyundai? Look, they're wicking this range. They've been wicking this area for quite some time. They're going to move price in that area to trigger interest. So this is where we need to see the interest coming in. The 47 is still holding, man. Come on, Bitcoin. They've come down to test this area here. They're getting the interest because they're not following through. All right? Holding the 47. Want big green deltas coming in. Oh, man, it looks like they don't want to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Are they going to run towards that gap? Coming back into the daily open. Come on, Bitcoin. You've got to work, man. You've got to work your numbers. Come on. When Nissan Micra. Where's the CME gap? Where the green vector candle is, all right, is where the CME gap is. All right? Tell Steve to hold on to his white tie. He's about to put a massive trade in. Come on. What you're looking for in terms of the book map, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking for green deltas when price is at its lowest point, not at its highest point. Okay? When you see them at its highest point, it means that they're hitting the ask. So they're filling their shorts. They're getting shorts filled by selling into the retail trader. Come on. Come on, we expect the green delta. Come on, Bitcoin. Go before I have to go and get my daughter from nursery. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, someone famous in the channel did say that there are 3 things guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and Tino picking up his daughter at 3 o'clock. So it's countdown. It's 20 to 3. I've got to make sure that I'm off here before I actually go and pick her up, because she does lose her nut if I don't pick her up in time. All right, come on. I want to see that green delta coming in just to verify the idea behind the understanding of the deltas in certain points in the chart, which is what you want to be looking for. You don't want to be paying attention to shorts when you see the delta coming in negatively, okay? You want to pay attention to the delta being negative and be prepared to start riding moves back up, okay? And also the skill does involve making sure that you are in a trend which does look like it's favoring higher prices, okay? You can see that we've moved away from Bitcoin's lows over the past couple of weeks. So the narrative is Bitcoin is favoring higher prices. At what point do they engage that? Yeah? Okay, then Bitcoin going down for the massive liquidity at 30, 35k. You know what? There's liquidity all over the place. That's the one thing you got to be aware of. There's a reason why they're holding the 47 range. There's a reason why they're holding it. Here we go. Coming back down to build longs at lower prices. I just want them to break. The only way they're going to break down low is they break beyond the 46,500. Okay, that's the only time they're going to break down lower, if they can break beyond this zone right here. Okay, in order for them to break higher, they need to break above this zone, 48,222. Whatever happens in between is irrelevant. We're just here because we like to see price action. All right, but we like to see how it develops. You can see how concentrated they are in each of these zones. The book map showing liquidities coming in. Now they seem to be slowing down on the sells. So does that mean the market maker's slowing down his buys at discounts? Is he going to get ready to run up, or is he going to continue? We've got a new 1 hour candle starting in 15 or so minutes. All right, so we've got to be careful of that. It's the first half an hour of trading. Then we'll know where we stand. If we've got any more news plays coming out. We've had that information released right there. So happy days right there. We have got, okay, so in 3 minutes time, we've got the Chicago PMI. If this is a negative figure, it would be a contraction in the industry. That might be a bit of a problem. All right, so I'm going to stay with you until that news announcement. Here we go. Which then I'm going to have a look at bringing up gold, dollar yen, and Bitcoin. So here we are. There's Bitcoin to the left of the chart, ladies and gentlemen. Bring that there. You've got the price point. We've got Ethereum here. I'm going to change that to dollar yen. How is it reacting to the news play right there? And then we've got gold. Let's have a look at gold right there. Whilst we're at it, actually, let's have a look at the USDT chart itself. That's coming up sharply. Green vector candle in that range could be a stop hunt rise. Quickly taking some profits, banking them with the uncertainty of what's going on. I want to see if this news play coming out in 2 minutes time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if it has an impact. Bitcoin might not actually do anything, but I want to see what the story is right now. Here we go. Book map showing like a mini W formation in this area here. I just want to see if it actually does decide to play out. I'm going to move that chart right there. Let's just keep an eye out on this zone right here. Just keep an eye on this area here and this area here. I want to see the green vectors, the green deltas coming in at discount zones. All right, it's now trading below the VWAP. Okay, if it can't get back up above the VWAP itself, then we can understand that they're going to start moving price lower. All right, remember, they're inducing traders to step in to run to the shorts. How long they decide to do that for is going to be reflective on whether they break price down lower in this zone. Are they going to pull and break into that range or move higher, or are they just going to break through it? We will know very shortly, ladies and gentlemen, or maybe in the next hour, 2 hours, or even tomorrow. That's the sad truth about trading. Yeah? You've seen this before. All right, here we go. Come on. News play coming out. 1 more minute until they do actually do something. Here we go. Chicago PMI. It's going to make the sense of dollar yen. Ideally, we want to see look, dollar yen, Bitcoin both doing the same thing now. If the news comes out favorable for yen, principle would say that Bitcoin should drop. Or is he going to join dollar yen and move higher? That's the thing that we're looking for, the disparity. Here we go. Slowly but surely. It looks like it's creeping up. They're trying to hit the arse, but not frighten off the bids. Here we go. Back up above the 47 zone. Come on. What have you got for me? 47, 70. Here we go. Is the information good? It's starting. Is it favorable? PMI, come on. Yen moving down. USDT coming down now. Limit orders coming in. Shift out. Come on, Bitcoin. Green Delta, come on. Delta at the lows. TD, there it is. Look at the USDT chart coming down. Traders taking money out, putting it back into Bitcoin. Test of the daily open, point of control. Come on, Bitcoin. So boring, man. Been stuck in this range for the past how long? Come on. Oh, God. Send a message every 30 seconds. I didn't do that. Shoot. Sorry about that. My apologies. Sorry if you've been trying to type and it's not actually getting a question. Cool. What a guy. What a guy. As if he said that in the chat. How to split screen into multiple windows. Double dipped. Seen that, mate. All right, come on, Bitcoin. Here we go. They've just had the news announcement. What has that shown? Has that shown personal spending? Chicago PMI. Come on, give us that figure. Quarter two. Has it actually come out yet? Chicago PMI, positive or negative? Ooh, positive. That's a good sign. Okay. All right, then. But no reaction to it. Not getting the reaction we want. Stalling. Liquidity's moving away from this area here. Okay, so Bitcoin's up. Dollar yen's up. Hey, man, they're playing us about, man. Really, look, there's a reason why they're holding this 47 range, man. It's the only place that they could, if principle says they're going to move higher, it's the only place that can get Bitcoin cheaper. Remember, like I said to you, they need to break yesterday's low for the structure to be violated and then come down towards the CME gap itself. So let's see if they decide to do that, ladies and gentlemen. All right, then. Cool. Come on. What have you got? Not really seeing the commitment. The bid and the ask are quite tight. Orders coming in. Not really showing strength here. It's weak. It's very weak. All right, so we've got a floor right here. Trigger, interest in this area here. Could mark down a little bit lower. There it is. Delta's coming again. Fill in, testing the commitment in this area here. Oh, come on. It's getting frustrating watching this. Thing is, when you're looking at the small time frames, you're naturally going to see this. When you pull up the higher time frames, let me just get rid of everything here so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. All right? Check this out. Let's go on to the 10-hour chart, for example. Okay? 10-hour chart. Showing, still trading in between the 5 and the 13 EMA. That's standard. We're cool with that. Drop down. Go to the 4-hour chart. Stop hunt rise. No volatility. Okay? This is the CME gap, this big green vector candle, where orders have been placed in the futures markets, pre-markets orders, exhaustion to the upside. Are they likely to bring it down? Who knows? But this stop hunt rise could be the start of that. Okay? But we need to see this structure break. 46,533 needs to break, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? The time they spend above that is keeping traders on edge. So they're going to be hitting the zone up and down, non-stop. Why? Great question. Why do you favor spikes to the downside as proof of rising instead of spikes to the upside as proof of dropping? Well, what do you see more of? Which is the key thing. When you see more hits to the upside, okay, it implies that they're trying to grab shorts at the highest possible point by inducing the traders to step in long, okay? When you see them hitting the lows, it means that they're trying to grab shorts, okay, sorry, longs to the downside to move price up by inducing traders to go short, okay? That's what it is. So when you start, oh God, yes, I do, right. I'll explain more later on in the live tonight. But remember, look, 46,533 is the point of interest, ladies and gentlemen. Mad love and respect for passing through to today's live. I hope you've enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for the poll votes itself. Mad love, 76% of you have said that you've liked the stream. I will catch up with you later on, ladies and gentlemen. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Trade well. Stay safe. Peace.